Gary, a 3-0 defeat here at Rugby Borough. Of course, doesn't really reflect the game, the scoreline, but 2 goals in the last added moments of the game. But how do you feel?
Yeah, listen, the 3-0, that was a 1-0 one that we've committed men forward, and they took full advantage of it. I think they scored in 92 and 95 or whatever it was. But listen, I'd rather lose 3-0 trying to draw 1-1 than just sit on a 1-0 defeat. And I just said to the boys, Rugby Borough are a team with a lot of experienced boys who know what they're doing, and they play some good football as well as frustrate us at times, and that's something that we've got to be better. Really, we can't get involved. Obviously, we had a couple of decisions that we felt didn't go our way, and we let that affect us. And we had little spells in the game, but they had some good spells as well, and they probably carried a little bit more goal threat than us as well today. And I just said in there, if you come at a place like this and you don't put yourself behind the pink with conceding from a set piece, which is a virtual free header, great header by Tendai, then you can probably come here, you get a 0-0, because we always defend reasonably well. You get a 0-0 and that's a great point. But we didn't. We conceded the goal, which means we had to chase the game against a team with a lot of experience and some good players, and the way they play, you're going to be in trouble. And that's, we had a little spell. Probably Nutty should hit the target when he come on. Keeper's made a great save from Rory as well. Spen, sorry. Rory's had a header that's gone over the bar, and we had probably a 15, 20 minute spell, which they weathered really well through our lack of finishing, a good save and not hitting the target, but they always looked like when we started chasing they could counter us, and obviously as soon as I put Skipper up top, they scored 2 straight away. Obviously really disappointing goals to give away, but yeah, there ain't nothing we can do about it. We've got to try and stay positive. Obviously 3-0 looks horrible, but it weren't horrible, if you know what I mean. That was just a hard fought game that they probably edged, if I'm being honest.
Well, I probably were not even a penalty at the end, really. It looked like he fell over, but there was a lot of that going on throughout the game. So
I think if the ref look at the back at the one on Store, I think that's a definite penalty just before half time. I mean, he's probably as honest lad as you can come across, and he said he's blatantly, I've shifted the ball and he's kicked me, so that equals a penalty. There was a lot of things that we felt didn't go our way, but listen, we've had games this year where it has gone our way. Today that didn't go our way. That was a difficult fixture. One we put in, but probably could have done with the rest, if I'm being honest. But listen, we've got a week's rest now. We've got a big trophy game next week. We've had a reasonable start, 5 wins from 7 games. It's not the end of the world. It's not terminal. We don't need to panic, but we have got to be a little bit better. And in certain areas, we've got to definitely be a lot better. So let's give us something to think about. Listen, you either win or you learn. And today, we just looked like we got, I'm not going to say men against boys, because that wasn't men against boys, but they had a lot of experience on the pitch and knew exactly how to play, the scenarios in the game. They got the ball down and played really well first 20 minutes. They then got the set piece goal. They then managed it till half time. They managed our little spell we had for 15, 20 minutes with just after half time and before we brought the subs on, and then they hit us on the counter attack when we was going hell for leather for an equaliser. So fair play to them. They're a good side. They'll beat a lot of sides this year, and that wouldn't surprise me if they're in the round, because obviously they've got a lot of experience, a lot of good players. So, and they'll know how to win and manage games. So yeah, they're definitely. I think they're definitely going to be in the round this year, and hopefully we can, give them another tough game at our place. Because I feel like Phil was in a tough game for 85 minutes today, and that was never dead. But I probably killed us off a little bit with some of the ambitious changes and things that I've done, sending the Skipper to play centre forward in injury time. I didn't expect us to score 2 goals. I still thought we'd be able to defend a little bit better than what we did, which was really disappointing. So we move on. Big cup game next week. Hopefully get a good crowd down there, and then we move on to 2 league games against Setchell and Anstey. So yeah, lots to play for. Lots of games coming thick and fast, and like I say, we either win or we get better from the mistakes that we made in the previous match, and that's what we'll try and do.
You've summed it up perfectly, Gary. We'll speak to you next Saturday.